So today I want to talk about how my girlfriend, my significant other, helped me build a massive amount of wealth, helped me get to the $5 million net worth that I am today, helped me scale to my 90 unit real estate portfolio at one time and now 51 unit portfolio. So when I first went on my wealth building journey, significantly in 2021, where I bought a lot of real estate during that window, about 80 units in an 8 month window. I didn't really realize the impact it would have on my significant other, my girlfriend, because I just thought, well, I'm the one doing all the work. So, like, why would she be stressed? Why would she be tired? But as I went through the journey, and specifically in end of 2022 to all of 2023, I started to realize that, yeah, like what I'm experiencing, what I'm going through, does affect her and will affect your significant other. So if I'm, feeling stressed, if things are going wrong, and my mindset's not the greatest, it diffuses over to her. So, for example, like when you're stabilizing a 90 unit real estate portfolio, renovating 2 apartment complexes in a mobile home park, like you're dealing with problems every day, and it gets stressful, right? Like I'm stressed. When I'm stressed, I come home from work not in the greatest mood, and I try not to, but you sometimes take it out on your significant other, right? Like like I said, I tried my best not to. Really improved a lot. I'd say midway of 2023, but what I kind of realize is that they're going along the journey with you, right? So they have to be on board with what you're gonna do, right? So what was nice about having my girlfriend part of the journey was she helped me out quite a bit, right? Like she removed a lot of things off my plate so I could focus my time, my energy, and mindset on dealing with the real estate portfolio, building my wealth, and my grind. Because I'm a very busy person. I commute about 3 hours a day. During that 3 hour commute, I'll listen to podcasts. I will respond to emails, text messages, about my real estate, right? Like how to renovate the units. Is this expense approved? What went wrong? How do we pivot? And I would say my peak stress was probably from, I would say, April into June. Like during that 2 3 month window, I just lacked so much energy. I was probably depressed, and I was just like, wow, I wake up every day, I have no energy, it's hard to get out of bed, there's no motivation, I don't want to like go above and beyond anything. Like, why am I doing this to myself? You just start questioning everything that you're doing. That's called the valley of despair, right? Like, why am I doing this? Why am I putting myself through all the stress? Like, why can't I just work as a normal pharmacist instead of trying to build this huge real estate portfolio while working full time? And at that point I just said, okay, like I need to really change something up, because what I'm doing right now, it's not working, right? So for me, I'm fortunately very open-minded and growth oriented. So like if something's not working, like what do I need to do? What do I need to change to make it work? So what my girlfriend helped me do a lot was lifestyle improvement, right? So because I was always stressed, because I was always tired, because I was always using my brain, and your brain uses the most energy. She got me to sleep a lot earlier. So when I was living by myself, I used to sleep around midnight on average. But since she's moved in, I basically sleep around 9 to 10. And I know if I'm tired that day, if it was a hard day, I would make an effort to get at least 8 hours of sleep. But if I'm really, really tired that day, like usually for me, it's Wednesday, Thursday, is when all the stress and the fatigue builds up. I make sure to get 9 hours of sleep, right? So like I made sure I'm sleeping well, right? Get 8 to 9 hours of sleep, and make sure that, because when you have enough sleep, your mind clears itself of all the toxins, all the stress, and you wake up with a fresh mind and you're ready to conquer the day and ready for the next battlefield, right? So she was very good at getting me to sleep. Number two is she actually fortunately took care of most of my meals, right? Like she basically made meal planning not an issue for me, so I can save my mental time, my mental energy into scaling my real estate portfolio. So she would um, help prepare dinner, help prepare lunch, and then what was nice about her preparing the meals was she made me a lot healthier in what I ate. When it was just me and I cooked, like I would just eat like rice and meat, no vegetables, no fruit, just rice and meat, right? So it was very nice to have her in that respect, because I had a more balanced diet, right? Like, I wasn't eating out as much. I was eating more variety, right? More fruits, more vegetables, more meat, just a lot more variety in general. So it was nice, and because I ate healthier, ate cleaner, my mindset became better, right? Like, I realize when I eat fast food, right? Like, if I eat fast food, like McDonald's, Burger King, like, I felt really shitty and groggy and sluggish afterwards, right? And when you're feeling shitty, when you're feeling sluggish, when you're feeling groggy, it's hard to really, function at your best, right? To have peak performance. So, basically by having a better diet, it helped me, basically have better peak mindset, right? Because you are what you eat. So, if you're feeling down, if you're feeling depressed, then improve your diet, improve your sleep, right? Like, those are two major pillars. The last one was getting a morning routine, right? So my girlfriend, she actually had to wake up very early at like 4:30 a.m. every day. So by nature, I woke up earlier too, right? Like, for me, I wake up around 5:45 to 6. And this was impossible back in the day, right? And what I learned was, well, if you want to wake up earlier, just sleep earlier, right? Sounds simple and stupid, but I struggled with that my entire life. I was always a night owl. So, and to add on to that, if you eat dinner earlier, usually after dinner, you sleep about 3 to 4 hours after you eat dinner, right? Because your body needs to spend a lot of time and energy to digest your food. So the earlier you eat, the earlier you'll sleep, and the earlier you'll wake up, right? It's all correlated. So, I moved my dinner time to around 5:30 to 6 when I used to eat around 8, right? So if I ate 8, then I at best would sleep at 11 to 12. If I ate at 6, I would sleep around 9 to 10, right? So if you eat earlier, you sleep earlier, you'll wake up earlier. So because I woke up earlier, and I slept, at least 8 to 9 hours, I would typically sleep around like 9 p.m., 9 to 10, sometimes a little earlier, like 8:30 if I'm really tired. But basically, she got me to basically live a much healthier lifestyle. But because I woke up earlier, I started a morning routine, right? And this morning routine was very much like, okay, I'll wake up, I'll be in complete silence the whole time. I will, brush my teeth, wash my face, wake up, drink a big glass of water to rehydrate myself. At that point, I would do stretching for about like maybe 10 minutes, right? So I'll do a full body stretch because you've been sleeping for 8-9 hours, your body's very stiff. So I would do some stretching for like 10 minutes. I would do a little meditation, and then after that I'd prepare my breakfast. And as I'm eating breakfast, I'll actually journal, right? So I would actually journal like whatever's on my mind, whatever's stressing me out. And I learned that from my girlfriend too, because she would do it, and not every day, but periodically. Like, if your mind is feeling anxious, if your mind is running, if there's a lot of thoughts in your head, if there's a lot of worries in your mind, just put it down on paper, and you'll be surprised how much less stress that will make you, right? So I learned that strategy. Just put it on your mind, put it on paper, get it off your mind, and it'll help you reevaluate or reframe the problem. So that's another piece. The next one is she got me into, thinking more in terms of a marathon versus a sprint. Like, for me, my whole life, I've always sprinted in everything I've done, right? Obviously, I bought 80 units in 8 months, which is a sprint. But she said that, you need to be able to sustain doing this for a long period of time. Like, you can't just sprint full speed during a marathon. During a marathon, you have to pace yourself so that you can sustain it over a long period of time. So she got me to think longer term, like, okay, like, can I always buy 80 units in 8 months? And the answer is probably no. But could I consistently buy real estate, every 2-3 years, like an apartment complex every 2-3 years? And the answer is yes, right? Like, I could easily buy, maybe 25 to 50 unit apartment complex every 2-3 years, renovate it, stabilize it, and then repeat that process again. Like, I could do that and enjoy the process, right? So she got me to think like, okay, like, what can you do to sustain over a long period of time? Just like exercise. Like, when in my 20s, I used to like power lift heavily, but that's not sustainable. So now I'm just like, all right, I only work out for like maybe 30 minutes, but is that sustainable every day? And the answer is yes, right? So I'm trying to do that. And another thing too is she's always like challenging me to get better, trying to make things easier for me. Like, when my car was breaking down, she'd help me troubleshoot that. So she just took a lot off my plate to help me focus on building my wealth and building up my real estate empire and focusing on de-stressing myself, right? So she was always saying, like, okay, hey, like, if you're extra stressed, maybe take these vitamins, right? Like, do whatever you can to improve yourself. So, basically, thanks to my girlfriend, was able to really reduce my stress, really increase my peak mindset, and help me get through the valley of despair where I was hitting rock bottom. And I improved significantly, right? Now I sleep 8 to 9 hours a day. Now I eat a healthier diet. I don't eat any more junk food or processed foods and less sugar. Now I drink less alcohol. Now I make sure to get morning stretching every day. Now if I'm stressed, I will journal at least once a day, sometimes twice a day. If I'm feeling stressed at night, I'll write it down at night. Now I will focus on being in a marathon versus being in a sprint, right? Like, and more so enjoying the journey versus the finish line. Like, I used to be very fixated on owning 100 units of real estate and making $20,000 a month in net cash flow. But now, I own about 51 units and I'm netting about $10,000 a month in cash flow. But now I'm not even focused on that. I'm like, you know what? Like, let's just slowly build up real estate in a way that's enjoyable, in a way that's not burning me out, in a way that I can sustain it over the rest of my life. And if I do that, like, I'll guarantee success, right? So it's all about, slow and steady wins the race. A little cliche, but it's definitely true. So overall, I just wanted to share what my girlfriend helped me do to help me build my wealth today. I'm sure this is very relatable, as a lot of you might have a spouse, might have a significant other, and just know that whether they like it or not, they can go on the journey with you, and they're going to go through the ups and downs with you, and they're going to be very instrumental if they can make or break you. So for me, I was very lucky that she was supportive, that she would help me do it, even though not by choice, and that it helped me come out on top and helped me build the wealth that I have today. So hopefully you found value from this video. If you have any questions, please drop a question down below. Happy to answer it, and hope to see you in the next one. Thank you so much.